Welcome to Friendly Jimmy's podcast.
Shawarma FM edition.
You have been very patient with us with No Jordan, and we love you and appreciate you. I have a feeling that your wait is
Nearly over.
nearly over. Not nearly.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I see the end.
All right,
I see an end. I see a plan. So stay tuned and tight, and thank you for it. We will never forget. And all those of you, all those people that listen to Shawarma FM, and particularly ones that would send us like positive messages and supporting it, you forever indebted to you.
Yeah.
Love yous.
Personal
Love yous. And all those of you who are criticizing, this is my new strategy.
Fork in the eye.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah, whatever. Get out. You don't like it? You don't like it? Yeah.
Give him the old fork in the eye.
Because your criticisms are always like, ooh, Jordan's not here. He's like, okay, well, then F off.
You must see, many sides of life, not just one path.
Yeah, you have no respect for people holding a fort. That's what we're doing here. There's a battle going on. We're holding this fort, waiting for resupplies. And once those reinforcements come, and this becomes the biggest podcast after Joe Rogan.
Yeah, of course. No, number one.
We do not need you then.
Because you showed your true colors.
Because you showed your true colors. We still need you now. So if you want to hate watch us, you can do it. But like then, once we've made it and we're swimming in millions, you, sir, can leave.
You're on notice. We don't need cowards in this institution. We need religious zealots and
maybe not that. That's a bit intense.
Okay, we
might die,
fans.
Dude.
No.
We might get Charlie Kirked.
Nah, dude. Well, that's
religious
fine.
zealots is a very difficult fan base to satisfy, dude. They live in the hereafter.
Yeah,
I don't live there. I live here.
I meant just hardcore fans. That's what I'm saying. Fans. People that are fans.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And speaking of, shout out to Charlie. He didn't want me to say his full name because anyone associated with us is like tarnished forevermore. But the job. Cheers for hooking me up with the job.
Oh, your new job.
Not job number 2.
The thing is, the podcast fans don't know what's happening in your life because that's an up late thing that we do. So they don't know exactly what you've been through.
Sign up for the up late if you want that.
Yeah, if you want Miss Love's...
If you want my strange...
Depressing life.
Round the twist life. Have you ever gotten up so early? Then tune into that.
Miss Love will write a book, Adventures of a Poor non-dad.
It's already,
I was gonna say poor dad.
It's already been written. It's called Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman. Miss Love's life is so much. It's Death of a Salesman at the moment.
I'm at the zone of my life of it's not me that's crazy. It's society. Don't you see? You're all crazy.
So you might have to join the Up Late for that. And honestly, it is very much required. As soon as you listen to the latest Up Lates, you'll find out how important it was for you to join the Up Late. Anyways, let's start the pod, dude. Breaking news today. Something that we have discussed so many times, but has finally happened.
What?
Barnaby.
Oh.
Big man Barnaby has officially...
He's in.
Abandoned the Nationals...
Who saw it coming?
Farted on their face.
Yeah.
Has joined the Paulinistas.
That's not a career politician at all. That's a principled man.
It's a principled man. He finally realized.
I don't care. I've been wasting my time fighting for the country party. I need to start fighting for the country party that's a bit closer to the coast.
Yeah. And I do love the hating on renewables, but the Muslims are getting unnoticed.
What about immigrants? Yeah. There's lots of problems.
The Indians?
There's a lot of problems.
It could be that. Or it could be, Nationals isn't giving me any respect. Pauline is offering me a Senate seat.
I think they were giving him respect, though.
No. Well, once they realized that he's like considering moving, then all of a sudden they started giving him respect.
He was the shadow prime minister for a while.
He got a lot of respect then. But that was after that. It was after that.
Right. Well,
and I think Barnaby has been pissed off for this reason. Just to I think this is what he was actually pissed off about in the Nationals. He felt that the blame of the election, Peter Dutton's election defeat, was they made Nationals share that, where from his point of view, he was saying that like that was a failure on your end, as in the Liberals' end. I won my seat and we did fine. That's what he was arguing.
Yeah.
And so like all of this like brunt of like, oh, leadership change, new vision is like, why? I'm not a loser. You're a loser. If you want to change something, then change the Liberals.
Oh, so they were going to kick him out.
Yeah. And so like then the Liberals convinced the Nationals, like
do
the
that.
leadership below Barnaby, that like, look, new times require new decisions and new faces.
Yeah.
Do you want to still, we just lost an election, do you want to still go back to the old style? Or do you want to like actually try and win? Now, the Nationals, even if they don't agree with it, are incentivized with the idea of replacing the top dog. Because everyone wants to be at the top.
Politics
And
is-
that's how like Barnaby got sidelined. And I think Barnaby was like pissy about that from the get-go.
Such a politics is such a accurate, bare bones reflection of human nature. We're just such like primal monkeys. Oh, I want to be at the top. It's so dumb. Politics.
Do you know did you ever have a feeling that, oh, I want to be, are you competitive at Ole Miss?
Yeah, a little bit.
So
Yeah.
you don't understand, you don't empathize with the ambition of wanting to be at the top?
I think in public service, which is what it's supposed to be, right? It's not a private enterprise. No, you're not supposed to be like that. I think it's evil to be like that in a public sector.
Yeah, I agree.
Private,
I agreed.
go hard.
I agree with that so hard that I'm refusing to play devil's advocate on this one.
It's so
It is absolutely ridiculous.
it's so ridiculous and it's scummy and it's like you're supposed to be representing your constituents. It's not about you.
Yeah.
So it pisses me off.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah,
I don't like it.
I only think that's such a big red flag in a politician.
It's another reason I like Albo. Apparently, from what I hear and from what Jordan told me, like he didn't want to be the PM. They were like, "It's your time. You've," and he was just like, "I'm here to facilitate policy
and expand the M4. That's what I'm interested in.
That's what it should be. It's like I'm here to make sure there's like plenty of council housing, and it's like that is what a politician should be. Not I want to get to the top. So like that's why I admire him. That's why I do not admire people that don't do that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So, but like, okay, now on a real political sense, I've mentioned this. I think it's a good move, particularly for the next election cycle for him.
Probably.
One Nation is going to see a surge in their voter base.
Yeah.
Liberals are going to hemorrhage most of it.
Do you think that they can be? Do you think that One Nation can be like UKIP here? Do you think that'll happen?
No, unfortunately for them.
Preferential voting.
Yeah. I think the preferential voting system means that they will never be able to get the Reform Party effect.
Right.
But you never know, man. To me, it seems very, very unlikely. But there's always a possibility. But for that to happen, you need some like massive recession in Australia,
right?
Like Armageddon like stuff.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like the entire economy, if for example the housing bubble. If that actually bursts, the worst case scenario, that's going to be Armageddon.
Can you imagine?
And then like you will have maybe Pauline, very obscure characters coming right to even with preferential system, they'll have very good chances. But hopefully that never happens.
Probably won't. But yeah, it is good for his political career, obviously. It's like obviously he is, but like
it's just like it makes you respect him less.
Way less.
But did you respect him before? He was the man that was like drunk on a Canberra street and screaming obscenities.
I mean, that's a very Australian thing to do. But no, I didn't. I didn't really respect him. No, I don't think. Wouldn't say it. Respect wasn't the first word that came to mind.
Yeah, no.
Plus, I think he's done a lot of dodgy, shady deals in the Nationals where he's like made deals to sell off land. That in Biggin, like he enriches himself over any sort of public interest. I don't respect that.
Yeah, and then like obviously his opposition to green transition is, man, can I give you a really uplifting story to you guys and also not you guys, to you guys?
Yeah.
For a lot of talk about like how ridiculous this green transition is and like how it makes no sense, it's impractical. Let me give you like a real uplifting story of how things can work out if you do.
Is it a narrative about a bird that flew from Perth to Sydney or something?
No, there's no narrative. This is like an actual story. So
Like Water Boy?
So this is a Pakistani story.
I mean, like, wait, what's it? Not Water Boy. I forget what it's called. But yes, go on.
I love this because I think even in Australia, even in the first world, people need to like know that good things can happen. So Pakistan has gone through this chronic issue of like so the fuel
Corruption?
crisis, obviously that, but amongst that is an energy crisis. They have acute energy crisis. The reason why they have energy crisis is because they import most of their gas and oil. And as a result, and it's a huge portion of the budget. And so when oil prices go up, you hit a recession. And when oil prices are down, then you have a buffer and things are looking good. You know, and this is just like a cycle that's been continuing.
Yeah.
And it's great. So like when the oil prices go up, then country goes into acute debt. They have to go into IMF. There's worries about default. Anyways, that's just a general pattern that's been happening since forever. What was interesting is that in a post-COVID, China had basically, you know how China's economy is just like, they have overcapacity to produce everything. One of those overcapacities was solar panels. They were producing way more solar panels than the Chinese population could consume. And plus, so the prices for these solar panels started going down. As the prices started going down, countries like America, Australia, or Europe that are looking to use this green transition got afraid that because the prices were so down, that if we introduce this into our market, our local producers are going to be wiped out. Right? Right. So because like it's just so cheap, why would anyone buy local stuff when you're getting it for like half price from China? And they're good quality panels as well. They're almost selling it for a loss because of their overcapacity. So what Pakistan started doing, the private sector started doing is they started buying these solar panels. Because the energy volatility was so high, it made sense for the private market, for people like individual houses to get solar panels at these reduced costs.
Yeah.
And, you know, eventually maybe in like a few years, they'll be able to break even and then start making some profit. This became like actually really popular. And for one time in history, Pakistan government actually made a good move, which was to encourage this.
Right.
They said that this is actually a good idea.
To buy from China.
To buy those solar panels and actually move the grid more towards renewables, right? But their incentive was because they have to buy so much oil and gas that if they do that, then they'll have to buy less of it because the local population. Yeah. Anyways, this was a remarkable success.
Really?
To the point where Pakistan's green energy transition, not driven by rich people, but driven by poor people who couldn't afford energy bills. So they decided, let's buy a few of these solar panels. And so poor people, which is the vast majority, so Pakistan now buys more solar panels than all of Africa, which is a huge population difference.
Oh my God.
Close to half, they're expecting that in not that long, close to half of the energy consumed is going to be produced by individual solar panels.
Bro.
It has eased the pressure that the government had on buying oil and pressure. It is an overall amazingly good thing that's happened.
That's incredible.
And this is, and again, driven by poor people and not driven by government, but driven by the private enterprise.
Dude, why isn't that making headlines?
I think it is. I think like some people I recently got caught on to it by reading an article as well. I used to hear about it when I would go there, like, oh, everyone's buying solar panel, but I didn't realize like what a positive impact this is going to have on the. Anyway, so I'm just trying to like, I brought this up.
It's amazing,
dude.
It can be done.
Stop scaremongering about this stuff of like it's not practical. It's like it is.
Yeah.
It is just as cheap, if not cheaper.
Isn't that happening here too, though?
Yeah, it is. But like, I think the cost of production of solar panels is slightly higher. So, so I think I think in Australia, if I'm not wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an expert at this, but if you install, let's say, a full solar panel thing at your house, you break even around 5 to 7 years
Right.
or something,
It's not-
and after that you start like gaining money over it. The discrepancy in prices and the ability to buy in Pakistan was so intense that was actually a year and a half,
That's insane.
which is what turbocharged this
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's honestly miraculous.
yeah. I mean, it's not that like it has solved all problems, but it has created one less of a problem.
It seems like it's helped.
And also, like they're incentivizing these people that have solar systems out even more, because what happens is when they then encourage these people to sell to the grid,
Yeah.
which sometimes is really required when there's like low availability of energy. So the whole thing is just like feeding
That's
itself, and it's
amazing.
creating really
Dude,
positive.
that's sick. What the hell?
Yeah, it pissed me
So
off.
Palestine. Pakistan is the richest country on earth.
No, it is one of
The
the poorest.
richest country on earth.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Next flight to Pakistan for me.
In fact, here's another interesting tidbit. I think Pakistan now makes the same amount of energy, if not more, from renewables than France does.
What?
Yeah. Well, the population of Pakistan is much
yeah.
larger, but France is also 10 times richer than Pakistan, is what I'm
That's
trying to say.
Crazy. Honestly, that is
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. I mean, like, you know, maybe Labour could use that as a talking point. Be like, here's
Well, I mean, if they start bringing up Pakistan, you can imagine what Sky News is going to do
that's
to
true.
them.
Now they're comparing Ashton. Yeah.
But it also,
true.
like, part of it was possible because of China, dude. Like, these
Yeah,
oversupply. I think, like,
yeah.
there's a lot of protectionist measures that come into it.
Yeah.
Whereas because Pakistan had no option, it's not like they had a thriving local solar panel industry.
Yeah.
That they allowed it, and they got some advantages.
That's
from
great. I'm glad that that's like probably the first piece of good news out of Pakistan for a while. Seriously. One for the little guy.
It. There was a video that I was watching about this, and I read in the comments, someone said, we got positive news about Pakistan economy before GTA 6. Who's saying the world's coming to an end?
Oh, it's so funny comparing millions of people's lives to a game.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I'm actually. Are you excited for GTA 6?
of course.
I'm so excited that I'm doing what you do. You know, like when a new
Countdown.
season is supposed to come out, you start watching all the old ones again.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
I'm
I'm playing GTA 5 heaps now.
What was 5 the last
The
one?
latest one. I'm playing GTA 5 online.
I play 5 all the time. We should play together.
Yeah, we do. But I don't get it, dude. Like, why do like randomly some kind with like a flying motorcycle comes and they kill you?
'Cause they can-
And I was like, first of all, why don't I have this motorcycle? And secondly, if you have it, why are all rich people killing poor people for no reason? Dude, I'd be like in the middle of something. I'm just like, fucking around, trying to get 5 stars, trying to like steal F-18 airplanes. And then some dude who's like a Grinch. First of all, how do you do that? How are you Christmas themed? And then you come in and you kill me, like, just blow me out of nowhere.
I know why.
Why?
You know why? Because that guy's played a lot longer than you, and you can unlock crazy shit. Like you can get these shells and different costumes and flying hovercrafts and all kinds of shit. So like that guy's spent a lot more time than you, and now he gets his joy from flying around hovercrafts, killing noobs like you.
But they're also so mean.
Well, that's
And the other thing that they
but dude,
sometimes do is that they kill you once,
They
right?
keep doing it.
And then there's like a fucking 1-0.
Yeah,
and now
I
he's
know,
going to be
I
like,
know.
bro, I'm not good at this. It's 10-0. I was like, can you just let me steal cars and kick people on the road? That's all I want to do.
That you can't be
Let me do this.
This is a metaphor for capitalism. You can't just relax. There's always someone on you.
I'm trying to discover the game, like picking up whores in GTA 5 and like
Bro, you're living in the past.
and just like a missile from the sky. I have no shot.
Yeah. That's what they do. I mean, if you had a hovercraft, you'd kill people.
Yeah, but how am I going to get it when I just keep dying?
You gotta put the time in and unlock it, and then you can get him back.
My idea is I just wait for GTA 6.
You know what's funny? So
Start from scratch. Everyone starts at the same time.
You know what's funny? What's funny is I have it too, and my mate gave me all his stuff he has. So like F1, all these guns, everything.
Lucky
So
bugger.
when someone, like I've had that experience, I've just been like, and the missile's just gone, and like killed me. And it's like 1-0. And I'm like, game on. And I always find them and I get them back.
Because they give up.
No, like
But they're so much better than me.
Yeah, but I have all the guns and I have like an F, whatever it is.
Yeah, you
and
got
so,
all the good shit.
So I find them.
I have to like throw the grenade and wait for it, and before it blows up, I'm dead.
You're playing Pakistan style.
I'm playing.
You need to do like US style, where it's
I'm
just
trying to do Tekken.
Yeah, dude. No. They put so much time into it. So like they're just like, I run this town of LA, and then they just kind of like, I know it's annoying, but I think it's kind of. Look, I'll be real, bro. I've been that person. There's someone walking up, just got in stuff and go and killed them and be like, sucker.
I mean, I've started doing it as well,
Yeah.
but I have to do like a sneak attack.
I know.
They'll be doing something, I'll be like, oh, I see that guy.
It's just a metaphor for humanity. Like as soon as there's a free world, it devolves to murder instantly. You know, it's like, here's a free map. It's like, who's going to shoot me in the head?
Yeah.
You know, humans just automatically are like, I'm stronger than you. I'm going to kill you for no reason.
There's no like brotherly
reason.
love happening there.
Nah.
There's no like we support each other. That's what I'm like jealous of women for. There's a lot of like support amongst them. Men just kill each other.
I know, it's so annoying. It's so funny you said that because I've seen it. You just see these people hovering, a Grinch going, and you're just like, you just hear the.
It's like, what are you? You're not even a human. I didn't even get the Grinch option when I was selecting a character.
No, dude, you don't understand. You have to unlock that stuff, and they're probably cheats even. Like,
I looked up because I got so frustrated. I was
cheats?
like,
Are they cheats?
No, they said there's no cheats for GTA Online. So okay, so these
they unlock that stuff and they get skins and they find these skins and then they find a hovercraft and they, like, dude, I play with my friend and like we do co-ops and stuff, but then when we finish, we usually get bored and start attacking each other, and he'll come at me with like a black and green supercar with machine guns and spikes on it. And I'm on a motorbike, and he just goes like, and like incinerates me, and I'm like, "You bastard," you know. But what I will say is,
can you call me next time you're playing? I want to join too.
We can fight them together. Yeah, I will. I can add you definitely. But like, what I will give you some advice, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Please, I need.
Yeah. All of this stuff they have, all this stuff, cannot beat someone that is loaded up and somewhat talented with either a rocket launcher or a sniper rifle.
So all I need to do is become talented, and
yes, like anything. If you don't
and
have
then
time,
Los Santos is mine.
yeah. If you don't have time or money, invest in getting a shit ton of rockets and a good machine gun and armor and a good sniper rifle, and you can have your revenge.
But the problem is, Miss, like I have made these rules for myself that I can only play an hour and a half a day.
Good. That's I don't.
And
play
that
it a
too
lot.
after dark.
Good.
Because you know when we're not recording or something and you're at your home and you have to be working, it's so tempting to then just be like, man, I'll just play Xbox for a bit. So I've made this rule for myself. So I don't think I can compete with those guys. They're getting way more hours than I am.
No, you can't. But I just gave you a solution: rockets. And sniper.
Well, the sniper's locked. So I've got one sniper which doesn't zoom in.
Oh, well,
so I've got rockets. I get rockets.
This is what you have to do: get some money. God, it's sad. Yeah. Get some money, buy some rockets, buy a good sniper rifle. There's a piece of shit.
How do I get money? Because do I have to do window cleaning jobs? I haven't played GTA 5.
You have to.
I went straight to GTA Online with no GTA 5 in between.
That's bad. You have to just rob some banks.
Rob banks?
Oh, not banks. Rob any shop. They have money. It's a cheap way of doing it, but just get some cash, do some missions maybe. What else?
I also suck at the missions. I've tried doing that. I never succeed.
All right.
First of all, how are you supposed to like shoot 16 officers when it's just you with like...
You need to like start...
And no Grinch.
You need to start like... You're expecting to start a game with a pistol and rule. It's just you're living in a dream world. You need to like get some money, get some guns, buy them.
Yeah, I bought guns.
Rob... Well, that's all you gotta do. Buy that and then like... you just gotta get better, bro.
Anyway, sorry. I don't think we should be talking about this on the pod because I don't know if this is extremely entertaining.
I think it, dude. What do you mean? This is going on the internet. This is all they want.
Okay. So they don't want to hear some retard talk about like how.
No, they do.
How do you buy a gun in the game?
They do.
You can get something other than pistols.
Yeah, just rob stuff, do some missions. Like you can go to like a Cluck and Bell and just like you'll probably only get $100. We'll do that a few times. Slowly.
Because like beating up people on the street and getting $20 each takes a long time.
That's gonna take way too long, dude.
Okay.
It's gonna do way too long.
I'll get better. I've just started it.
Do some missions, man.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Maybe
do
finish the game first.
Yeah, I should. Hey, did you find out that the social media ban is finally going into effect?
Yeah, no.
From I think December 10th.
That's good.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the balaclava of the internet.
I don't agree with that.
Just get them off it.
There's one point which Albo made, and that's the single point that I agree with in terms of social media. So I think I've spoken about this before. I don't think it's possible to weed people off of social media and kids off of social media and phones when like literally everyone in society is a crack addict when it comes to it.
It's better than nothing. It's worth trying.
It's absolutely impossible to do.
No, it's very, very hard.
It's impossible.
Nah.
Secondly, kids will find a way around this so easily that you have no idea how quickly they'll be able to get onto that site.
I know, but at least it sets a precedent.
So I'm going to tell you like all the things and I think it's hypocritical for like adults to be saying like, I'm going to shoot up heroin all the time and everyone on earth will, but you're not allowed to do it. I don't know how that's going to stop them.
I know, but like, at least on paper, it's the right thing to do. Like, just because something is available, heroin's available, doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah, but
junk food's available. You shouldn't eat too much.
That's actually the one point that I sort of agree with, and like I think you're all saying that, and Albo said that is like, I'm not saying that like alcohol is banned for under 18s.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that no one under the age of 18 in Australia has had booze.
Well, they obviously have, yeah.
The assumption in society is that that's incorrect. Some people are going to do it, but we want to keep the precedent, and I guess that's true. I agree with that. But how? But is it going to be effective? Like, why are
I don't know. I think it'll be more effective than doing nothing. I assume they're not dumb. They're doing it for a reason.
I think they're underestimating.
They are, but like I think,
sorry, they're overestimating how much control they have over this.
Dude, globally, this is getting a lot of people are very impressed.
I know. I've heard. In fact, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Europe is gearing up to follow the social media ban.
I think. Look, they'll find a way, but like, dude, so what? Just try. You got to try. You have to. It's like, look, on porn. Not that I would know this. Obviously, I've heard that on porn sites now, it's like, are you 18? And then you have to click yes.
I have noticed such things,
but obviously, 99%. Of kids will just be like lie, right?
Yeah.
But one.
By the way, have you ever just pressed the?
No.
I have.
And what happens? Like, go home.
It's like you're not allowed to enter this, and I was like, oh, okay. And you go back and yes, I am.
Yeah. But I know. But my point is like 99% of kids will just click yes, but 1% will click no, and it's worth it for that. It's kind of
I think that no one's going to click no. I think I was the only idiot that did that.
I think a tiny percentage will. I know it's kind of like...
What kid is like going on Pornhub and like, oh, well, it says 18. I'm sorry.
1%.
That's
0.5%.
Extreme overestimation.
0.5%?
Who knows? But
Come on.
Anyways.
Give me that. Give me 0.5.
Okay, fine. So you're saying this is a symbolic thing. It's not actually a practical thing.
I'm saying it's as practical as if you're in the Atlantic Ocean floating, someone chucks you a little lifesaver, like the little thing to help you float. Mm-hmm. It's something. You'll probably die.
Yeah, but what if like you can see that floaty is just going to sink?
It's not. They work well.
Floaties do. Social media ban is a metal.
He's still gonna die. I'm not saying a floatie's gonna save your life, but maybe you have more time to consider.
Or maybe it's just a way for adults to make them feel a little bit better without actually solving anything.
Maybe.
I'm not against
like, what's your
it.
solution? Like, be like, I recommend that children from the age of 5 are shown porn. Like,
no, I think we should have these kind of rules for everyone, including adults.
Just
I'm talking about like dystopic 1984. You know how I'm saying like I have an hour and a half to play video games? Government mandate. I'm not saying you actually do this, but I'm saying like this will be more effective. It's like, okay, everyone in Australia, maximum of 4 hours of social media time. Your phones are going to lock out anything beyond that.
I personally would
I think then
that.
it would make sense for kids to be like, look, everyone's doing it. Otherwise, it just feels like hypocrisy.
Dude, I would personally love that. Society is hooked on heroin.
Yeah.
And we're just saying take more heroin. That's not good. So like I'm actually...
In fact, we're going to move all of our investments ever into more heroin.
Exactly. So it's like it's all screwed. Something has to change. It's like humans don't do the right thing. Like they you know, someone will eat McDonald's till they die. That doesn't mean it's good. Sometimes restrictions on things, being forced is a good thing because you're like, hey, what about my freedom? It's like, you're too dumb to make the right decisions. Trust me, this is the right. And it's usually right.
And what about our personal conflict, miss?
What do you mean?
All the under 16s that watch this podcast who shall no longer be able to view us.
We're not making anything. This isn't social media.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Is it?
What is this? What do you think you're doing right now?
TV.
You think you're on ABC or Channel 9?
It's alternative.
Do you think I'm
TV.
Carrie Packer?
It's alternative. Well, this isn't. Okay.
That is one of the most ridiculous things you've ever said in your entire life. I'm going to call you out for that. That you think this isn't social media. You just thought this was NITV.
All right. We are. All right. Wait. We're on YouTube. That's social media.
By the way, funnily enough, I got an email.
All right. That was a dumb thing to say. We are on social media.
We
All right.
are on social media.
Maybe I retract it. No, actually, we can let go of the kids for their own. We'll lose for them to win.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think many under 16s are watching. But dude, sometimes it's so weird. I'll get like sometimes with the call-ins or like you meet someone at Jordan shows or something and they go like, oh, massive fan of the pod.
Yeah.
I've loved it. I loved your tranny story. I loved all of that. Sorry, I shouldn't have said tranny. My bad.
Yeah.
But like, all that. And then you're like, oh, how old are you? It's like, I'm 15. And then, man, this content is not meant for you, my friend. I get so embarrassed when I hear that.
I've never had someone that young say that. I had some people at Coogee Beach recognize me and I'm like, dang. This shit goes far.
That's where I belong with my people. I need to live in Coogee.
No, I don't want to live in Coogee. But
really?
Yeah. It's just like
everyone wants to live in Coogee.
No, it's like shit beach and there's heaps of tourists. I'm good.
Yeah, I guess you have to be Brazilian to want to live in Coogee.
Or English or Irish.
But apparently I've heard, which applies to you, my friend.
What?
Great place to
Yeah. I'm sure.
Go to church.
The Coogee Pav, bro. Nah,
yeah, picking up. I've heard it's like the best place to do it.
Maybe, but nah, bro.
You've become so asexual, miss.
No.
You're an ace man now.
I'm not asexual. I'm just jaded. I don't want to like meet new people. Go away. Go away.
Isn't that fun for
Most
you at all?
people suck.
There's no fun in courtship?
No. Yeah. It is. But like I don't want to court anyone at Coogee. I just don't.
Where Penrith? What's your suburb of choice?
It's just where the culture is, okay?
But in a way, it shouldn't be that. Dude, North Shore, that's where you should be.
Nah. Maybe. I don't want to generalize, but like, I was at Coogee on a Friday night and it's like, no, there wasn't, put it this way, bro, there wasn't a high level of intellect floating around. I got like approached by like...
As opposed to the inner west.
Yes.
An intellectual in every corner.
I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect, but there's at least a little more of that. A little more.
Dude, Campbelltown. Have you ever explored Campbelltown?
No, I have not.
Nice people?
You know what's okay, it's funny you say
nice
that.
People.
Yeah.
People of your skin persuasion. Also massive drug addicts.
Bro, I'm not
NDIS clients, but good people generally
I grew
speaking.
up in the North Shore. Don't insult me. Do not tell me to go to Campbelltown. It's funny you say that though.
I will say this. Nicest people on earth live in Campbelltown and not in the inner west.
Yeah. Well, probably nicer. But like, it's funny you say that because this guy that I was working with today, his girlfriend's from Campbelltown. And he was like, he grew up in like Ashfield or something. And he was like, man, I went out there. I love it. And I was like, why? And he was like, dude, there's so much space.
There's a lot of space.
He's like, it's really big. It's not crowded. It's like the houses are cheaper. And he was like, the people are nice. And I'm like,
And also, like Penrith, it's a microcosm. You'll find everything in Penrith.
I like Penrith. I don't mind Penrith.
No, I do. Oh, sorry. No, but you know, like how in Penrith you have pretty much anything. There's a car dealership.
New York of Australia.
It's like because they're insular people.
Yes.
I feel they don't like going out.
Well, it's in the desert. So yes.
Same thing applies to Campbelltown as well. So you technically wouldn't have to leave Campbelltown.
Yeah, but
which is not a good thing. But
that's all of Sydney's bubbles, dude. All of it.
Yeah, but like the biggest. Okay, fine.
It is.
I know, but like there's certain bubbles that are bigger than others, and I'm saying Campbelltown, like Penrith, is one of those big ass bubbles.
I just have too much pride, my friend. Let's be real. I'm a snob. All right.
You're saying.
I'm a snob.
Wait. We gotta explore this one. Are you saying that you're too proud to date someone from Campbelltown?
Potentially.
That's a shitty thing to say, my friend.
Suck it.
What do you mean? You don't date poor people? First of all, you're poor. So poor that like it makes no sense that you're being snobbish. But
if you're from the North Shore, you're a snob. You're a snob. I'm a snob.
But like at the tender age of 34, Miss Love, don't you think
35.
Don't you think like
it's time?
It's time to like maybe look at like better human beings,
better
empathy,
people with missing teeth.
Well, there's some with teeth as well, you know. Like it's not all of Campbelltown is that.
It's a very localized population. Like I've been like one of my good mates is from Blacktown, and I used to go out there. They don't want to know you if you're not from Blacktown. There's a saying that's just
but in Campbelltown, that's not the case, dude.
Bullshit.
I am telling you, they're weirdly accepting people.
Bullshit.
You know the thing that you get in North Shore? By the way, all same thing. Dude, some poor whites are so much nicer than like some rich white. So like in Campbelltown, they're all like what the stereotype that you have about like being low, so all of that is true.
Yeah.
But
I'm generalizing
extremely
massively. I'm
accepting
generalizing
people, like in terms of like
I'm
people
generalizing.
of other races.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a weirdly, I would say it's like a communist utopia in the sense like the working class are all together and the mean guy is the Centrelink who doesn't give them money on time. That's the main person.
When have you ever been there?
Campbelltown, heaps of time.
Why?
Because if you live in where I used to live near Liverpool, you want to get your car fixed, Campbelltown. You want to get certain like anything that you wouldn't find in your local area, Campbelltown was like a big center. So I went to Campbelltown a lot.
Right.
You want to do a driving test, RTA, Campbelltown.
Dude, isn't Campbelltown just this? A big ass highway. Mm-hmm. Then there's a massive complex there, like just concrete slabs, and it's like Macca's, then Outback Steakhouse, then KFC, then Hungry Jack's, then Sombrero. Then there's like some park with some sketchy kids, like sort of abusing people walking down the street, and an empty library. Yes,
but if you look across the street, there's like garage shops, tradies, big warehouses, electronic equipment.
And so, am I supposed to meet a girl at what, Anaconda?
No, I'm not saying you're supposed to meet. I'm just saying that don't like if she's from Campbelltown. I honestly think that's
BC-effing fishing or whatever it is.
If you meet a girl and she says she's from Campbelltown, I'm telling you that's a green flag.
Fair enough. I wouldn't look. I would never be like, you're from there, you suck. I judge people on their character.
Yeah.
But
and if they say like I grew up in like I don't know, Roselle or something.
Yeah.
Red flag.
I know
there's so much therapy talk coming my way as soon as we go through a rough patch. Like there's the people that fight
I've
with
never
like
had that talk.
I don't think I have the capacity to empathize for you anymore. And you're like, just say you don't want to be with me. What is this therapy talk that I've decided like these?
You're stereotyping the inner west. That's what's happening.
They kind of suck, bro.
And
they kind of do suck.
You're mad at me for stereotyping the West, and now you're doing exactly the same thing to the inner West.
Yeah, I am, but I think I'm right.
But you're a fucking hypocrite.
No, some people are good and some people aren't.
You're right, are you?
Okay, inner West people have some good qualities. One, You're right. They are like more open to new ideas, but only if those ideas go along with their existing worldview of stuff.
That is
right?
true. No.
And then they're literally the Taliban if you don't do that. So that's a risky game, you know? Because I do agree with them on 9 out of 10 things, but I also know that 1 out of 10 is enough for them to kill me.
And you're right. And there is the perfect person for me is one that is not doesn't buy that culture hook, line, and sinker. I don't like that either. Someone that's just like completely, you know, like walking in like some Palestine like march and like down the line textbook, whatever that like inner city progressive is. I agree. It's like there's a lot of that. But you know, I wouldn't like really. Yeah, I don't know. It's I wouldn't really seek out those people anyway. You know, that's not every person, dude.
Yeah, okay. I know I'm generalizing, but just generally speaking.
You know, Roselle and Balmain. Roselle and Balmain used to be like really working class.
I know, and I'm not talking about it at that. I'm talking about it today. Roselle and Balmain.
Yeah, now it's
believe it or not, is not working class at all.
No, that's not true. Balmain still has some roughness.
Some old people, but they're also millionaires. They've got houses that they bought ages ago.
It's done, but I'm still holding on. Damn it! There was wharfies there once. You know, you're right. You're right. But like, I mean, look, it's the issue of gentrification. It happens to every city, and it's like it sort of happens everywhere. And you know, in like 10 years, Campbelltown will probably be the coolest place ever.
No, dude, it's gonna be. They're sending all the crazy. Okay, I have found out that you know through NDIS, like people that are in affordable housing.
Yeah.
Let's say whether it be in the inner west or anywhere else.
Yeah.
I know this from my neighbor because she was one of those NDIS things.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta send you memes.
Because the housing cost has gone through the roof, particularly in these areas.
Yeah.
Anyone that's on like some kind of disability, they're sending them to Campbelltown.
You know, they did that to people in that's what they did with them. They sent them to the Blue Mountains.
Yeah. So they're doing that.
So now they're sending them to Campbelltown.
Yeah.
Well, why do they? That's so mean to them and to the people in Campbelltown.
I mean, to be fair, I know. I even though I've just like spent like 20 minutes big up in Campbelltown, but they will feel home there. I think it is. Home? Yeah, I think they'll have a lot more friends over there.
They probably will. Yeah. I mean, generally it is more accepting, I think, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, dude, believe me, I'm not like, I say I'm a snob a bit, but like I've also like, check your phone. Yeah, I've also no, I'm airdropping it. I'm airdropping it.
But I've got it. It's okay. Can we do it in the next one?
Yeah. But at least you have them now.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, I lived in Lithgow for 3 years and I made friends. Like, I'm not like, but this is what happened. This is what happened. I made a lot of friends, and I don't like egotistical, wanky, self-conscious people. I like real people, and usually working class people are real. But bro, after a few years, I was just like, "What's your favorite Jimi Hendrix album?" And they were like, "Who's that?"
Yeah. Okay.
What can I do with that? What can I do with that?
You do get a little bit of that.
But you know what's crazy? I've met some people.
That's a disadvantage, but there's advantages.
No, but I've met some people that are from like Padstow, and this is the ideal human. Well, close to, right? In particular, one of my mates, she's from like Padstow or whatever, moved to Melbourne, lived there for 8 years. Got the whole Melbourne experience. Never forgot her roots. A good
Padstow roots.
Yeah, a good mix of kind of like working class, normal person, just a nice normal person, but understands the whole super left radical thing. Has picked and choose what she likes about it, so she's not just like a racist or whatever. That's kind of a perfect person.
Yeah. Padstow is a good person.
It's an amalgam.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And you know, I think of myself like that.
Yeah.
I try to think like that.
In fact, I would argue all the way up to Beverly Hills, Walleye Creek is a good person. You start getting crazy after that.
So what do you think of the North Shore?
Man, I don't go there that often.
I know you don't.
Speaking, yeah, but it's a little bit intimidating for me.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like
they don't want you.
I know, so when I'm there, I'm trying to like get out of there because.
But what I'm saying is your perspective of North Shore is completely foreign.
It's pretty.
Mine.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, but your perspective is completely foreign from mine.
Yeah.
So mine is not what you think.
Okay, my perspective
get
in the
me?
North Shore is like you walking around in Newtown wearing a MAGA hat. I feel like that.
What do you mean?
Not comfortable.
You?
Yeah.
Well, look, sure, but what I'm saying is, the stereotype exists of like bank of mummy and daddy, like I don't know what it is, like sport, tanned, insular, isolated,
Which is true.
which is somewhat true to a degree. But dude, like I know countless people that are still friends of mine that aren't like that from the North Shore that are like, because again, like it was like where I grew up, it wasn't what people say where it's like millionaires. It wasn't, I didn't grow up in St. Ives where it's literal McMansions, It was like, there was poor people too, kind of. There was like roughness. It was kind of working class. It wasn't this as expensive as you think.
I'm aware.
And there's a lot of people that are like legends from up there because they don't, they're again, the good mix of like working class, no ego, worldly, but then also like kind of educated, so they're not like psychos and hate people. You know what I mean?
I get that, but I'm not aware because of the insular aspect of it.
Yeah, it's foreign
in
to you.
Sydney. They are so much more insular than any other.
I know.
So I have had interactions with pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Even like all the way to the West Penrith and stuff. But I just don't know. Like, and it's always been cordial, but like they don't really.
No. It's a very like.
And from my friends at uni who were from the North Shore, they were just like surfy dudes, and I'll give you that they were like really chill.
That's another, but that they were probably from the northern beaches.
Yeah, but
different.
But their culture also was like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but like super white, and there was no room for
what do you mean by
any
that?
kind of spice,
Well,
I just feel
I've eaten Indian food with my friends from the
I know, but I'm talking about like in terms of food palette. I don't know how to say this.
What do you want from these people?
No, I don't want anything.
Okay,
I'm happy for them to be who they are, but I just
okay.
don't know them that well because they don't like to be out there.
That's true. They can be very insular.
Yeah.
But, look, Sydney is that kind of city. I don't think it's the worst thing ever because it kind of, at least it's like, in Sydney, it's like it's hard to make friends. But if you do make real friends with someone, they'll like die for you. It's just that to break through that takes ages, and it's an advantage to live somewhere because you've known someone since you were born. So that's an intrinsic thing. I can imagine it'd be the same if I moved to any other city in the world or country. Like I'm super isolated, and people generally won't be open and welcoming. So it's just sort of you have to find your own mates, and then you'll start.
Yeah, but they don't live in the North Shore. Is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Anyways,
they do.
I agree with you. I'm not saying
maybe
they're bad people. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying like they like to be amongst themselves.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, if they weren't like that, then it wouldn't be a special place. It wouldn't have its character and stuff.
I would just be aware of it more. I think. Anyways,
it's true. It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
But man, I'm happy. They do seem like they're living in paradise.
But also,
they seem like they're having a great time.
Yeah. But also, again, we've been generalizing heaps, but the lower North Shore is very different to the upper North Shore, which is again.
I meant upper North Shore, by the way.
Yeah. So lower North Shore is super different to the upper North Shore. People in North Sydney hate people in Manly, right?
In Chatswood.
Well, no. Chatswood's fine.
Okay.
Like lower North Shore, I'm saying like Northwood compared to Hornsby, which is the same train line, North Shore. They're completely different people, unrelated.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Northern Beaches, which is not. It's completely different again. And once you go over the Spit Bridge, that is a massive divide, and there's a massive cultural divide again. The Northern Beaches is like the country, dude. It's like the country. Like I know a bunch of people there, and it's like Texas. That's not like from my house where I grew up. If you went on the roof, you could see the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
If you go on the roof in fucking DY, you see the bush. So it's a massive swath of area, and you can't generalize. You're generalizing massively.
Yeah,
but
I'm doing a Gavin McInnes. It's all Muslims. Like, dude, Indonesians are different from Afghans. Yeah. Okay, relax.
But the thing that annoys me, I'm not putting this on you.
Yeah.
The thing that shits me so fucking much, and I went to school in Newtown, so I got this fucking endlessly. and it makes me wish I never left the North Shore, is if people aren't from, if they never go over the bridge, they generalize so much. They have no fucking clue. They're like, oh yeah, you live in like, I'm like, where are you from? I'm like Lane Cove. And they're just like, oh yeah, the northern beaches. I'm like, fucking look at a map. The northern beaches is an hour and a half away from where I live.
How your reaction to that is exactly the same as your mum when someone calls Croatia a Balkan country.
It is. That's my thing.
Yeah. Go read a book.
Yeah. And that's what it is, because it's personal to you, and it's just like it shits me because it's just like it's like hey, did you know that where I grew up is equidistant to Redfern as Manly? Maybe Redfern's maybe closer, and they're like, what? And it's like Western privilege.
Okay, I will give you this. I know I'm generalizing. But everyone in the North Shore that I've ever met has been extremely polite and friendly, which cannot be said for their sister population in the Shire.
You know what? We can all hate on the Shire. We'll come together. We'll come together and hate on the Shire.
Shire has told me perfectly well what they feel about me, whereas North Shore people have kept it in their heart and been very polite.
Listen, dude, I think you nailed it when you're just like, I know where my spiritual home is. Campbelltown, Liverpool, and Hollywood. Yeah. And you know, it's like that's...
Dude, they're nice people, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because that's where those communities, I'm not saying you can live wherever you want, and you should, but like that's sort of like let's say like those immigrant communities, that's where they're at, you know?
No, I'm talking about the white people in those areas.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're nice.
So nice.
Okay.
So accepting.
Well, yeah, okay.
Very polite.
I mean, you know, I think generally...
It's the same Pat Stowe breed that you're talking about.
Yeah,
those white people are...
Yeah,
I think they're really...
Let's be real, bro. Poverty breeds acceptance.
Yeah.
Money breeds isolationism.
Also, just experiences with other people.
Exactly,
if you meet someone...
Exactly.
Anyway, let's switch some gears because we've talked about this for a while.
It just takes time. If someone is in a bubble, it takes a long time for them to open up, and it's not their fault.
True.
You can't blame them. That's every society.
I accept that, and I withdraw my sacrilege.
No, it's
statements.
okay. It's not sacrilege. It's just like, this is my Balkan thing. It's like this is my thing too. We'll move on, but like, and this is not by choice, right? I swear to God, it's not by choice. I've tried to expand my horizons, whatever. I only really feel at home in the North Shore.
Fair enough.
And not because of the people. It's just home. It's home.
And I am extremely jealous of those people too, because they seem to be living a great life. They're always at the beach. They're really relaxed and chill people.
Again,
I don't know if they're stoners, but they give off stoner vibes. I don't know if they are.
I mean, look, the closest beach to me was half an hour away. I wasn't close to the beach, but I was 10 minutes from the water. We'd jump off the wharf. But like, you know, I went fishing. It just feels, it's just, the rest is, it's kind of cool, but when I'm in where I live or anywhere else in Sydney, I'm like, I'm a tourist. Not because of the people, because of physically, I just don't know this area. When I go back there, I'm like, oh, I'm home. I know I know it all. And it's like,
grew up there.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, maybe I'm getting nostalgic about it. You reckon?
Maybe, but it's not a bad place to be nostalgic about. All right, so recently there was some internal Liberal Party workings, and they have blamed the election loss that Peter Dutton faced squarely on Donald Trump.
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
There is some truth to that. I think a lot of people will say that they're finding scapegoats and excuses, but I think there is truth to that. They're saying that some of the moves made by Dutton seem to be mimicking what was happening in the US, which Australians weren't happy with. So, for example, this was when Donald Trump had Elon Musk and he was the head of Doge. And Peter Dutton said that, who's that lady?
Susan Ley.
No. The one that is indigenous, and she was
Jacinta?
against. So he chose Jacinta as Elon equivalent to purge the bureaucracy.
She was using Trump talking points.
Points, and I think
she backtracked.
Dutton was like not sure about whether to go in on it, but he was confused enough to still play along with it, and they claim that was why they lost.
That's not why, but it would have played a apart.
And they're also not releasing this information.
You know why they lost, dude?
Why?
There's more young people voting. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's that too, but I think they're not completely wrong about the...
No, they're not. They're not. There's some truth to it, but like, also, quit living in the past.
Yeah, and they're also like scared to make this public, even though somehow it did get public.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid that Trump's gonna be mad.
Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ! He hung out with Mamdani, dude. He's a communist now.
Yeah. But like they're saying, like he's hanging out with Namdani. Peter Dutton is replaceable.
Yeah.
Also, like man, he likes winners. He really just stop whining about.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Don't you reckon they should just bring Dutton back?
Well, they recently did some survey, and it turned out that Dutton was
He lost
the
his
least
seat.
popular.
Oh shit!
He was like the least popular prime minister candidate,
I don't know what they're gonna do.
which is really unfortunate for Dutton because
You know,
it was
it'd be hilarious.
What?
They rolled Howard out
like Weekend at Bernie's
in a wheelchair, and he's just like, he's like work choices.
This is my new plan.
Is that still a thing?
Work choices and one more. Bob Hawkins sack it.
And then just dies. Beep.
I
mean,
and then we're like, someone says unions, and he's like, oh.
Unbelievable! He's back from the dead. That's a fun.
Bash his head, and then goes back.
That's funny, bro.
No, dude, I think like Andrew Hastie, that guy. We'll hear a lot more about him in the future.
Yeah, if he's gonna be the leader, I think that. Look, do you think that the pro-Trump proponent of the Australian public deserves to have a voice, or is it like nah?
Pro-Trump?
Yeah. Hasty.
No, pro-Trump. I mean, look, I don't agree with it, but it's fine. I mean, it's a democracy. You can be.
Yeah.
Dude, things are more scary than that. Did you hear that that South African guy that got deported for being a Nazi? Do you remember that protest that did abolish the J lobby?
Huh?
There was a protest in Sydney where they were holding a placard that said abolish the the lobby.
I thought you meant Johannesburg.
No, I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
And so one of them was like a South African who was deported.
Really, right.
But the leader of the guy, the guy who actually got arrested as well.
Yeah, the Kiwi.
He's running for elections.
Right.
And the
Real
AEC,
politician. Yeah.
the Australian Electoral Commission said, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So that is actually something that one could be scared of.
Dude,
as well.
I heard this quote that shook me a bit. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I heard this quote that shook me.
Go on.
I found this. My algorithm is, I'm back, baby. I found this guy. I don't know if you know who he is. He's Pakistani and he lives in Melbourne and he just shits on immigrants. Have you heard of him? I don't know his name.
Real Rukshan?
No, it's some other guy.
He's Paki. Why do I not know him?
I don't know, but I don't know who he is. But
forward me.
Yeah, I will. He just shits on. He's very pro.
He's Kash Patel in Melbourne.
Who's that again?
The FBI guy, the Indian dude that Trump hired who hates
He kind of is that.
Yeah.
So anyway, hates Islam, all that. And he said this quote which actually shook me because I always thought Australia was its own unique ecosystem. It's isolated. We're not like the rest of the world, right? And he said Australia is the same as everywhere else. It's just the shit that happens in England and America, it happens here 20 years later. Just delayed effect.
Yeah, I think that's scaremongering, dude.
But it's true. Look what's happening. There's Nazis
What is
fighting
happening?
left. There's Nazis fighting.
I mean, okay. I agree with that. That there's like what happens in global politics.
That's what he's saying.
Will have an effect on Australia
Yeah,
as well.
it all comes here.
But that doesn't mean that our countries are going to become exactly like European countries.
No, it doesn't. But it means that the culture war will come here exactly the same as America. It just takes time.
Yes, but again, going back to the previous point that we made about preferential voting, man, it is a great wall that we have from like crazies taking
That's
over.
good, but I think that forget policy and politics, just culture. I'm talking about culture. It's already come here.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, but I was always like, oh, it's a bummer because I'm like, I thought we were kind of unique, and we had this kind of like buffer zone of like, it's hot down here, can't be bothered. But that's not the case, and that bums me out, you know?
I mean, we live in a very globalized world. my
I
friend.
know, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's
Yeah.
not a good thing because you get some positive things that you're happy about, but you get a lot of bullshit from overseas as well. And
Yeah, I just don't like that because I see it and I'm like, oh man, like it's like I hate to say it, but it's like it's not the Australia I remember. It was like there wasn't this like hard right, hard left.
Yeah.
The Australia I remember was like be a little bit apathetic about politics. Basically, judge people on the content of their
but
character.
a lot of the concerns that people have of Europe, we don't have the refugee policy that Europe has or America has. We very, very quickly stopped that.
Yeah.
Way before it was even an issue. Like, I mean,
know.
I guess it became an issue.
It was Abbott, really.
Not just Abbott. I mean, Australians are pretty hardcore with that, dude.
Yeah.
It had popular support. Scott Morrison is the one who actually
Right.
executed the policy. So what I'm trying to say is that like this whole like situation that the US has, I understand, and even England has, is like there's a huge amount of undocumented immigrants that are part of the economy.
Yeah.
And there is, or at least has been, a certain level of acceptance by these countries, that this population exists. They were tolerated. We never had that. So the assumption that like, in 20 years time, we're going to have those refugee type problems that England has.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We won't.
There's
like barely any illegals living in Australia.
Yeah, I don't mean that so much. I mean more just the culture war. The purely what's the word?
The rhetoric.
Yeah, I forgot the word, but there's basically that, the rhetoric, like the that stuff seems to.
But I wonder how potent is going to be. Because you see, like, just like we talked about, the Trump playbook failed miserably in Australia.
That's true.
And only did it fail, it made Peter Dutton one of the most unpopular candidates ever.
That's true.
And if you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have argued, genuinely, and maybe I would have been completely wrong and I was an idiot then too, but I would have argued that Peter Dutton would be one of the most formidable liberal candidates.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe you're right. Maybe it isn't. But like I think also the problem is I don't like how on YouTube people really profit off the culture wars.
Yeah, of course. There's that too.
I hate that. I hate that. And heaps of Aussies, like this guy's doing that, just being like, let's look at these, like magnifying glass of these problems, in Europe which exist, but then just being like, and just instantly relating it to Australia and be like, and that's and it's happening here.
Dude, it's gotten to a point, miss. That is bad. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah. But what's even worse is now we're fabricating culture wars.
Right.
So now we're using AI. We're making up literal stories.
Really?
To feed it. I mean, if you see that your ad revenue goes up based on culture war stuff, when you don't get it, you're going to start looking for shit.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to make up things. Did you hear about that one? Media Watch covered it. Yeah. There was this like thing that got up that public land is being used to build a mosque.
Right.
Became a huge issue. It was like people complaining, it's like, how can you do this? Like you're not even building houses and you're going to build a mosque. Up in court, politicians started talking about this. Radio presenters went crazy. The whole thing was completely false. There was no interest of any mosque.
Right.
The mosque that they were claiming that was going to build it, they had $10 in their account. Like they were in position to buy like millions of dollars. So it was completely fabricated.
Right.
People made videos. There was more, and no one is going to ever look at the fact that fact check this complete. But people just think that now people are believing public land that is supposed to be used for low cost housing is being used to build mosques.
But that's what worries me is that like people find stories that that encourage their own point of view. They push what they find what they want to see. So if something supports their agenda of the world and they're like, that's an outrage. It's like, yeah, but like, is it true? Because if you're getting outraged by things that don't exist, that's crazy.
It doesn't matter if it's true.
That's like end of times shit.
Yeah, it is. It's horrible.
It's fucking bad. It's really
Yeah, dude.
bad.
Yeah, the media ecosystem is absolutely terrible.
And there has to be a way. There should be. I'm all for like freedom of whatever expression and everything, but like there should be some sort of unless it's satire, that's fine, art or whatever. But if it's like if you're promoting it as factual journalism and it's false information, like you should be able to like charge for that. There has to be some consequences because you're feeding the like destruction of the social fabric.
Well, you're talking about consequences. Most media outlets don't even apologize. That, we ran a story, it was an error.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you know what's bad about that too? Even if people say it was an error, it's too late. It's like the emotional exchange has happened and the outrage
and no
remains.
one sees the apology anyways.
Yeah, and the outrage kind of remains. And I'm not saying I'm God, my brain's not working. I'm like, this doesn't happen to me, that I'm like, I don't get affected, but I do. But like, that makes it all the more scary that it's just kind of like this clickbaity, and then outrage gets more clicks, anger gets more clicks. It's like, dude, what do you think the end game is here? Really? I'm not saying there's not real issues, and you should be able to critique.
Dude, these guys are just like exploiting our evolutionary, humans are very emotional people. We can do crazy things. We can die for emotion. We can kill for emotion. It is quite a remarkable and intense power that emotions have. And these obviously existed in humans for various evolutionary reasons,
Yeah.
But in this modern society, these tech companies have hacked that system, and so they play on it.
But it's
You're coded to give a shit about that.
I know, but I worry about the future because it's like, well, what if there's no integrity, or if there's a little or less integrity about these kind of issues, it's like it's going to be this hype, this information at our fingertips. It's kind of like heroin, and it's like it's going to kill us one day. Because, I even have mates that will just roll off. Even like, when I was even up to maybe 25, 26, there was big issues that people would know about. But it would be like one issue a week or a month, especially if you're in your 20s enjoying your life. Now everyone is like a journalist. Everyone's like, have you heard of this and this and this and this? I'm like, no. And like, I don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about it? And did you find this information because it reinforced your worldview and made you passionate, or because it's something that is, first of all, real, and is it like worth getting amped up about?
Dude, I'm falling for it so often.
I do too.
Dude, I got angry the other day. Not because, so what happened was I started getting these clips on my feed, and these clips were like quite remarkable. Like it would be
Jesus
a
with six
wolf.
fingers.
No, like a wolf, like very realistic, like a wolf that has, avoided a snowstorm and now has given little cubs in this guy's backyard.
Yeah.
And like it's a real life wolf and he's taking care of it. It's really intense stuff. It's like a wild animal.
Yeah.
Sometimes like bears come in, and I was like, my God, there's some crazy shit happening. But then I saw a video and I realized, dude, I think all of this shit is AI. I saw a video.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, Miss.
No.
It made me angry. The video was, I'm not kidding this.
Yeah.
There's a lion chasing an antelope, like it's about to eat it, right?
Yeah.
Like a National Geographic.
Yeah.
And then a director says, cut! And the lion stops and the antelope stops and they're like, okay, what am I? And I was like,
this is not... Yeah.
what is going on?
This is not
real. And then
real.
I started rethinking every animal video that I was watching.
Yes. I'm trying to find
I got upset by it. I was angry. I was fuming.
As you
First
should.
of all, like I fell for it.
Yeah.
That was one of it.
Yeah.
But the second thing is like, you should not be allowed to do this.
No.
This is completely
Dude,
unethical.
I'm trying to find an image that will support... Look at this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. I can explain. It's just a picture. And it's this on this site I found. And it says, AI reaching a new level of realism. Nano, I don't know what these are, but Nano Banana versus Nano Banana Pro. It's an AI thing. And then it just says, we're cooked. And I'll show you the image. And they've written Someone's just posted. It's just a picture.
Yeah.
Someone's posted, and just like that, the age of photographic evidence is over. 1826 to 2025. Update your epistemology, whatever that means.
It means the ability to gain in. So there's. Do you want to go in? It's a philosophical concept.
Yeah, tell me.
There's
Wait,
two-
let me just finish this
yeah,
sentence. Update your epistemology accordingly. That's what they said.
Yeah. So there's two things in philosophy: ontology and epistemology. Ontology is information that exists. Let's say truth.
Yep.
That exists.
Yep.
Epistemology is the methodology to achieve that.
So making the objective subjective.
No. Just like epistemology is like your skill to get information. So let's say you want to know about what America is like, right? That's a question. That's an ontological question.
Right.
How you're going to find out what America is like and is an epistemological question.
Right.
Which is like, I'll go on Google, I'll type America, read the Wikipedia page. So he's saying like how you search for things is changing.
So look at this image. The one on the left was a few years ago. This is AI, both. The one on the right is today. Look at these images.
Wait, does this person actually exist or it's a completely fake person?
Completely fake.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
The left looks like quite AI-ish. The right is the latest. It's to me indecipherable from being real. Completely. Yeah. There's nothing that can suggest that is not real.
I mean, she's really hot. That's a red flag.
What do you mean? Hot girls exist, bro.
Yeah, but like she's very hot.
This looks like a real image.
Of a hot girl, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could make it anything.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Be more shocked.
Ah!
Yes, thank you. I am about to check out of digital media because I won't be able to tell what's real.
Dude, believe me, reels are like something that I'm not taking seriously anymore.
Images even.
Yeah, images, yeah.
Videos.
Whatever.
What's
Videos.
a reel?
Yeah, video.
A video.
Yeah.
So what you just said is images, video and images can't be taken seriously.
No. Again, epistemological question. They can be taken seriously, but where you're seeing that is, so now I don't trust any video that I see on scrolling,
the
feed.
internet, a digital image.
No, internet. So for example, if I see an image on an official website.
Yeah, but those lines will continue to be blurred.
I know, but like this is still to me is more trustable than like literally what Facebook or Instagram is feeding you.
Yeah, but you're really picking at straws here. It's like the big picture is, what's to stop a journalist that has 40 minutes to publish an article and they're getting paid for it and they're like, fuck, I don't have an image for this real article. I'll just prompt an AI image. No one's going to know. It's fine. That'll start to happen. That probably happens now.
That's how it happens now.
Yeah, so like you shouldn't trust anything.
Yeah, but that's a difficult thing not to do. Like, how can you not trust anything? What you have to do is like work on your skills of knowing what information is reliable and what's not reliable.
What I'm saying is this
is a North Shore person's attitude.
The lines.
Nothing is trustable. I'm going to completely tune off from everything.
Well, at least it's safe. Those lines are going to blur. You're being naive as shit. Those lines are going to keep blurring.
No, I know I'm being naive, but like, what am I supposed to do? I still need to live in... Dude,
check out.
Bro, I am not 70 that I can check out. I have at least, hopefully, fingers crossed, 30, 40 years ahead of me?
More than 30.
Yeah. So...
What are you talking about? Probably 60 more years by the time... The medical science is improving massively.
Anyway, whatever I'm trying to say is like, I cannot tune off from technology. I have to learn it. I need to get better at it.
Goodbye, my friend. It was nice knowing you.
Goodbye, my lover.
Dude, it was nice knowing you.
It was nice.
You'll be sending me fake videos now, and I'll be like, bro, what is this? And you'll be like, look, India nuked Pakistan. They're all dead. That's
then tell me, because I need to learn. I need to get better at differentiating what's real and what's not.
That's going to take...
I feel like I've taken the blue pill.
Dude, you don't understand. A uni degree is not going to help you differentiate images. Our simple brains can't distinguish these things. Okay, it's done. It's done.
Maybe I can't distinguish images.
Yes,
or but videos. Can I distinguish the reliability of the source of image?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
The nature of that reliability is under threat now. It's changing ever rapidly. So
I agree with your diagnosis, but I don't agree with your solution. Which is to just tune off.
I think that's all that you can do.
You're gonna go crazy. You know what you're gonna be?
How am I gonna go crazy?
You're gonna become that Desi Freeman guy, and you'll be like,
I don't know who
I'm
that
a
is.
sovereign
I don't know who
citizen.
that-
I shoot up cops for fun.
No, I won't. I'll be the opposite. I'll be living in the bush, and I'll.
That's what Desi Freeman's doing. He's living in the bush.
So what? Let me finish.
Okay.
I'll live in the bush, and I will believe what my eyes see in reality, not on a screen. I'll be happy.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna shoot a cop if I see a cop because I'll be like, it's just a man doing a job.
Now, wait till you get 60. Dude, 30 years of tuned off attitude,
No.
you're gonna kill someone.
Okay, so in your what you're saying is, like logging off false like doctored images is a recipe for happiness and
How?
not paranoia. Wait, and trying to sort of live a more like simple life and digitalizing is going to make me a murderer. What are you talking? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna make you a murderer, but it's gonna make you more inclined to like latch onto weird tangents that might not be correct because you have lost your faith in being able to judge anything's reliability. You're gonna like listen to Alex Jones and think this is the only guy who's speaking the truth.
Alex Jones media. I won't listen to Alex Jones.
Right now, dude, wait till you're like 60.
No. I disagree. All will happen is I'll get good at like building cubby houses. I'll specialize in some like skill that can't be tampered with, and I'll be like, "Hey, I built a dinghy." That's all I'll do, and then you'll be like, "Sick."
Man, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, I believe that when you are faced with a conundrum of not understanding something,
Right.
the worst thing to do is to tune off.
Is to tune off. Look, you might have a point. Maybe you have a point with my solution, but your solution sucks as well, dude.
Yeah.
Your solution sucks. What's your solution? I'll just roll the dice and assume this one's real. Oh, is this one real? I'll assume. That's terrible.
Yeah, I'll assume until proven otherwise.
You won't be able to be proven.
That's fine. Then I'll assume till I'm proven otherwise.
You'll live in the Matrix.
No, that's the methodology of science, bro.
Yes, but
I believe gravity is a thing because I believe that Newton was a reliable source.
Sure, yeah.
Now, if tomorrow someone comes and, bro, gravity was an illusion.
Fine. Look,
Then I'll be like, okay, well, if you have evidence,
okay,
I got duped. I'm
you
sorry.
might be able to do that, but you're going to have to stay ever more vigilant, ever more observant. And it's going to be, and I would argue that you will
a losing
not-
battle.
Yes, you will not be observant. You'll be scrolling, looking at wolves saying cut. It'll take a full-time job like of being mentally cognizant to decipher these things, and I think you're overestimating our feeble brains. You're
maybe.
You're saying, me, Ali, I can beat the Matrix. Yeah, I can do it. That's what you're saying.
I'm Neo. I'm the one.
Good luck. Maybe. Let's see.
Nah, dude. I'm that dude that gets killed so early on.
But look, I see what you're saying too. Like shutting off yourself it could lead to making the issue worse. Where
I'll shut off once I hit my 60s. Then I'll be comfortable shutting off.
Or maybe the solution is to stick to, as you say, reliable sources until they become corrupted. Whenever that happens. No?
Well, that's why you can outsource this job. I will forever be your reliable source to tell you what's real and what's not.
I'll
Outsource it to me.
Oh, me? I'll do that. So I'll just be like, "Is this real, mate?"
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
that. You can, and I can give you. Well, hey, in this new age, you need media personalities like us to be able to tell you what's right and what's wrong.
I'm not a good source.
even though we're terrible at it.
Yeah. We're bad at it. But at least we're trying, and we're not generally not just rage baiting and clickbaiting and trying to get clicks. We're trying to do the right thing. We are. We're trying.
Hey man, yeah, I try to. I
trying to do the
try
right
as
thing.
my. Now, I'm not gonna say that I haven't tried to make titles that might sound a little bit more.
No.
But in my defense,
We need
it has
money.
never worked.
Yeah, hey, did you notice that I said?
Never once
Did you notice?
as my thumbnail or my shitty clickbait.
Did you notice I said we try?
We try, yeah,
That's
we
what
try,
that
we
was.
try.
We
Anyways,
Anyways,
we're
that
over
was
time.
that was a good pod. That was some deep shit. It was like this is the law of the North Shore in Sydney, and this is why we're all screwed. Not bad.
I'd say in the comments, I know most of you have probably tuned off by now because this is the end, but if you're still listening, in the comments, tell us what the hell are we supposed to do in this AI world? Am I right? Is Miss Love right? Is neither of us right?
Yeah, tell us.
What's your strategy for the future?
Because there are people, apart from abusing us on YouTube, that sometimes do have good insights, and like genuinely tell us your insights. And I'm talking next 10 years, next 20 years, next, maybe it's harder to go further than that to know what's going to happen.
Now, how are you dealing? Because this issue is now.
I know, yeah.
The future is now.
The future is now.
How are you dealing with this issue? Because I am getting really frustrated, and I am trying to understand, like, if I can come up with a better methodology to judge this. So in the comments, if you actually have a good way of going about this, then let me know. I'd genuinely be interested in it.
And feel free to tell us who was right, Ali or me.
Don't do that.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Do it.
Whatever you want. But anyways, thank you for joining us for this week's episode.
Thank you.
Today's episode. We will see you next time with a guest.
Oh yeah,
who you're gonna love.
By the way, I'm here for it.
Perfect. It's gonna be a great one.
I'm here. I'm not
going.
So
stay tuned to that. We're gonna introduce you to someone that's very, very interesting. And if you are into Israel and Palestine, then a very, very knowledgeable person. See you guys next time. Bye bye.